What if I told you that a human head could be transplanted onto another body, just like a heart or kidney? Sounds like science fiction, right? But believe it or not, a Russian man named Valery Spiridonov volunteered to become the first ever recipient of a human head transplant. What happened to him? And is such a surgery even possible? Stay with me because this story will leave you stunned. For centuries, the idea of a head transplant seemed impossible. However, in the 20th century, scientists began working tirelessly to turn this concept into reality. If procedures like hair transplants, liver transplants, and heart transplants were possible, they wondered, why not a head transplant? In 1908, a British scientist attempted an experiment with dogs. He surgically removed a dog's head and attached it to another dog's body, hoping it would regain consciousness after the procedure. However, the experiment failed. The dog never woke up and died within a week. Fast forward to 1960, researchers conducted a similar experiment on monkeys. This time, the monkey briefly regained consciousness after the surgery, but its body remained completely paralyzed. Within 9 days, the monkey also died. These experiments raised a critical question. Could a human head ever be successfully transplanted? In 1982, a New York-based doctor conducted a head transplant experiment on rats. Surprisingly, the rat regained consciousness shortly after the surgery and its entire body functioned normally. This success encouraged scientists to believe that human head transplants might one day be possible. Then, in 1998, a team of surgeons from Pittsburgh Medical Center attempted a brain transplant on a 60-year-old woman. However, to minimize risks, they only transplanted her brain rather than her entire head. Unfortunately, due to complications during surgery, both of her legs became paralyzed. When asked about the procedure, one scientist stated that while human head transplants were not yet possible, advancements in technology could make them a reality in the future. In 2015, an Italian neurosurgeon named Dr. Sergio Canavero shocked the medical world by claiming that he would soon perform the first successful human head transplant. However, the American government did not grant him permission, as the global medical community strongly opposed the surgery, citing ethical and scientific concerns. Dr. James Giordano, a professor of medicine and neuroscience in Washington, warned that no existing research justified such a dangerous and uncertain procedure. Even Dr. Canavero admitted that the chances of failure were extremely high. However, Dr. Canavero found support from the Chinese government, which allowed him to move forward with his plans. He proposed selecting a brain-dead donor with a healthy body and a recipient with a functional brain but a severely disabled body. Dr. Canavero explained that the spinal cord would be severed using diamond blades to minimize damage. To prevent the recipient's brain from dying immediately after detachment, it would be rapidly cooled to induce deep hypothermia, a state in which the brain's temperature is drastically reduced to slow down cellular decay. According to Dr. Canavero, this surgery would be performed in a specialized position to precisely reconnect the vertebral structures, esophagus, jugular veins, and neck tissues. The entire procedure was estimated to take over 24 hours, during which the patient's blood circulation and respiration would be maintained through artificial means. After the surgery, the patient would be placed in a medically induced coma to aid recovery. Many experts questioned the feasibility of rejoining the spinal cord. Even if the brain transplant succeeded, the patient could still die if the spinal cord couldn't be properly reconnected. During this time, Dr. Canavero met Valery Spiridonov, a Russian man suffering from Werdnig-Hoffmann disease, a severe muscular disorder that left his body paralyzed. Desperate for a new life, Valery volunteered to become the first ever human head transplant recipient. However, due to financial constraints and a lack of necessary equipment, the surgery was continuously postponed. Meanwhile, Valery got married, which led him to withdraw from the procedure entirely. This further delayed Dr. Canavero's ambitious project. Will a human head transplant ever become a reality? What do you think? Share your thoughts in the comments below. If you found this video interesting, don't forget to like, subscribe and hit the notification bell for more.